You are now tuned in to the actual Factualz. Now, look at here, baby. I say, it is the actual Factualz. This is the actual Factualz now. I said, goddamn, it is the actual Factualz. The actual Factualz starts right now.
And welcome back to the actual Factualz. This is your host. My name is Josh Moody. It is the handsome one, the dancing one, the prancing one, the chancing one. You do gotta say it twice. It's always better when you say it twice. Guys, I have an awesome show for you guys today. I have a special guest, a brother, a friend. But before I introduce this gentleman, I'm gonna have a quick word from our sponsors. The beautiful, the lovely, Memorable Moments by Rye. But I'll let her tell you about it.
Hey everyone, this is Rye from Memorable Moments. Do you live in the New York, New Jersey area and you're looking to make your next event an experience to remember? Well, I'm your girl. For all of your event planning and balloon decor needs, you can follow me on Instagram at memorablemoments_RYY. Oh yeah, sit tight because Actual Factualz is coming back on right now.
And thank you, shout out once again to she happens to be my wife, my lovely wife. Thank you once again. Check her out at memorablemoments_Rye on Instagram. She's handling all your decorative needs, balloons, whatever you need. Okay, now guys, this is why we're here. So let me go ahead and introduce to you a good friend of mine, a good brother. His name is William Morgan. We call him Billy Mo, but I'm gonna let him say what he would like the people to call me. Go ahead, talk to the people.
I'm shocked you said that. Because everybody, like you said, everybody knows me as Billy or Billy Mo. So, how's everyone doing out there? I'm Will Morgan. I'm the Chester City Councilman and Deputy Mayor. I'm over the accounts and finance and human resources for the city of Chester as well. And then, of course, on the side of things, of course, we all have our side of businesses and hobbies that we do.
Yes, sir.
I'm a former athlete as well, so I love still showing the young pups that I still got it, or the old heads that I got it anyway.
That's right.
And then on the side of that, just have my businesses and real estate and investing and vending machines. We got a lot of things going on in the city of Chester and Delaware County as well with my team that we have combined and collaborative with Nero Construction and Smooth Investments as well. So we're doing some big things, man.
So, Bill, now granted, guys, if you guys don't know the context of our relationships of where we met, he's what I call my pick and roll man, and it doesn't matter if he's running the point, if I'm running the point.
Fact.
It doesn't matter. Buckets are gonna get scored,
Yeah, that's a fact.
and it's gonna look good. You know what I mean? High numbers here.
Right.
But we did meet at the University of Rhode Island, and it's so funny. Just quick background, guys. My first night was literally his first night.
Yeah.
So mommy, guys, you guys know my football story. I wasn't cleared. Technically, I wasn't even enrolled at the University of Rhode Island when I got to school.
Wasn't.
So, yeah, bad grades. Kids do good in school, I'm telling you. It helps out in the long run. And I met up the night we met Steve Probst. Right? Yeah. He was already in the suite.
Yeah.
I think I was in Gary here or Wiley?
It was, I don't know.
One of the dorm rooms.
It was one of the dorm
rooms.
One of the
Steve
upperclassmen
Probst.
suite, and we were underclass.
Right.
We were
SD. Was SD there yet?
SD. And Emmons.
And my son Bricks.
Yeah,
right?
Bricks.
So shout out to y'all. And right, for some reason we just clicked from the rip. So I mean, literally since day one, we've chopped it up. We lived with each other. We broke bread. You name it. University, Division I football players, and all that good stuff. And he was one of and it's so funny. I'll never forget this. Quick story. When I walked into his room, he was playing Trey. He had some Trey playing, and I was like, the fuck you know about Trey?
Trey
You know what I mean? If y'all know, y'all know. Y'all know I fuck with Trey heavy, right? Yeah. So I was like, my son is playing Trey right now? He was playing anticipation vibes. So I was like, oh, nah. I already know it's about to be my
connection, bro.
Right.
It was easy, bro. I obviously I didn't know who you was, and I don't even know. I guess pros brought you.
Well, yes, because Coach Estevan, who recruited me, gave me Probe's number, and y'all just happened to be in the suite that day. So
same
I was really going to link Probes, and
you came in, we chilling with, sitting on my bed, bro, and like he said, we was playing. I was playing music, and he instantly came in, started vibing. Then we started talking about what we was gonna do for the rest of the night.
that's a fact.
So it was instant relationship, friendship from that get go, bro. And look where we are now. And that was what, 2010 maybe?
20, yeah, literally.
Oh yeah,
January 2010.
Yeah, 2010, bro. So man, that is.
So here we are. It's 2021, guys. We're talking 11 years now, right? So Bill, tell the people exactly your profession right now. I know you're an entrepreneur. You do those things, but tell them why you got on a blazer right now. Like, my son is connected.
So what most people know me for outside of the business things is because, again, I'm an elected official. So, growing up all my life, for me, my hobby was playing sports. So I wanted to make it to the NFL. And obviously you take it to as long as you can go, in which I did. And that was obviously playing for the University of Rhode Island, playing Division I football. You're struggling over there.
That's a fact, bro.
But we're going to get it there.
I just don't want it to explode. Pause. Like.
So we took it. So playing at University of Rhode Island. When I got out of school, I ended up getting a job opportunity at TD Bank in the financial world. So
that. Yep.
I didn't go to school for finances or business, but I was always good with numbers. Like I knew how to manage a bank account. I knew how to manage big money. So I was always solid with money. So I knew somebody that worked there. I got a job in there. Worked there for about 3 years, and then this dude just kept coming in, and real well put together guy, probably about 5 to 10 years older than me. And he was like, man, I see something in you. I see something. He's like, you good here, but you ain't supposed to be here. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So he's like, call me. Never called him. So he comes back and he's like, man, I gave you my number. You ain't called me. He's like, yeah, I know. I was like, all right, I know. I'm going to get to it, man. I just got a lot going on. He's like, all right, never called him. So he ended up opening up his own lounge. He's like, I want you to come by. So I came by. And for that instant, I'm like, oh, okay. I see what he about. And I see where the direction I need to be in, because I'm helping people with their money, but I can do this on the side. And I can really help a bigger cause with the city of Chester. So I came into the city of Chester just not as an elected official, but in the finance department, just working in purchasing. And then pretty much, honestly, about a year into that, if that, really be exact, 9 months into that, really DCD, which is the Department of DCED is the department within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I apologize, I can't even get my acronym or the words right. But they wanted some changes within the city of Chester because the city was already financially distressed. So an elected official or director of that department at the time, he resigned and is now the CFO, and which left a vacancy. And the elected officials wanted to appoint myself as the next councilman for the city of Chester. So honestly, I wasn't going to accept that role. I'm like, man, I don't know politics. I didn't come here for this.
How so, and that's always intriguing to me, because it's like you really granted, it's always who you know, guys. I hope y'all understand that. Like, right, a gentleman saw an opportunity. He saw something in you, and and connected you. And honestly, it's dope that your brands aligned, because when you think about that, like you saw the lounge, you saw that, and it was like, oh no, this is a brother I need to I need to connect with him. I need to be actually picking up that phone and calling. So and I know you. So you got into this position. So one thing about the actual Factualz, which is why I love this platform, is to speak on the things that you normally wouldn't speak about. So I want to ask you, what are some of the challenges you face as a brother? And Pops, now granted, I know you shared some things with me off of the camera already, but share with people, what are some of the challenges you faced being a young black male
so
in a position like that?
So, I mean, I think it's a few challenges that I've been able to face. Number one, again, there's no book to how to be an elected official or a politician or whatnot. And I apologize, let me back up. I don't like when people call me a politician, because I think there's a negative or a bad stigma behind it over past years or decades that these politicians have done as far as deals or whatever the case may be. So I don't like being called a politician, but I'm some form of a customer service type of person, or I know how to politic well, because I'm just serving the people. But one of the things that has been tough for me was just getting people to believe in me. I'm a person. I'm the youngest elected official in the city of Chester at 26 years old. So I come into that role, and you got, whether it's people that live in the city of Chester that have known politicians or elected officials over the years. It's always someone that's probably 50 years old and up. So I'm coming in pretty much as a young person, wet behind the ears. Like, well, what do you know? What do you know?
Right.
How you gonna really make a change or a difference?
Like,
so,
what is your credentials? What is your resume? Like, how did you even get in the room? Yeah.
So you get a lot. So I was getting a lot of pushback from individuals who felt like they knew more than I knew. And I'm like, man, listen, I'm well equipped to do this, whether you like it or not. There's many of some other colleagues and or other elected officials in other areas that don't have degrees, or they haven't really put anything forth. They just have a name, and probably they have some family or relatives that was able to support them and get the votes to get in.
Right.
I actually really come to the table with something with a genuine interest of trying to help people, and I'm not trying to gain anything from this.
Right.
So I think that most certainly was one of the toughest things that I think I had to learn. And then also had to kind of encourage or instill in the others is that I'm fit for this. I'm fit for duty.
I'm actually capable of this position. I actually can excel at this position. And that's so dope, bro. And once again, we spoke about this off camera. So, former Division I athletes, right? I don't want to speak for you. Was the NFL your dream at one point?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And name who's some of the players? I know you came from a pretty big high school.
Yeah. So I played my high school was Cardinal O'Hara High School. It was pretty much a powerhouse in Pennsylvania. But when I was coming up, my freshman year, I played with a guy, Anthony Waters, who was in the league with, I think, the Bears for a little bit. I had John Dempsey was also in the league a little bit with the Rams. And then my class, I played with Tom Savage, was my quarterback, who was drafted by the Texans and played in some other
bunch that bounced around.
And then I had Corey Brown, or at least people know him in the league as Philly Brown.
Correct.
So we all played together. Philly was 1 year younger than me, but man, we was a force to be reckoned with.
A little tandem y'all going on right there.
It was
I don't
scary.
sleep, guys. I don't know if y'all can tell, but Billy's like some little fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? No more but the back of his heels touch the back of his head when he run type shit, because it's just fast, like perfect track form. Like, if y'all know, all my roadie guys probably gonna be laughing right now.
That's how it is. You already know.
Bill is, you know what I'm saying?
Short guy, long stride.
Technician, facts. Technician with it.
Yeah, bro.
So I brought that up because we were former athletes, right?
Yeah.
So how did that athlete life prepare you for your role now?
Yeah, you know, and we had talked about this off camera. I say a lot of times when I'm in the meetings, it's funny, but I kind of relate a lot of things that we do to sports. Sometimes it's always football, but and I can translate a sport into real life, not gonna say issues, but like ways to go about to get to a real end kind of goal or solution.
Absolutely.
So it definitely helped me. The biggest thing for at least being a college athlete was like you had to know how to. It's like time management. Like, cause you know, like you had your schedules like 5, 6 a.m. and then
that's actual factuals.
So you got to know how to manage your time, obviously, and definitely be on time with the things there. So that has really helped me kind of propel to do the things that I do now, and just being sociable. So I've always been a sociable person, but you know, when you come in the locker room, you got somebody that might be from PA, New York, California, Nigerian, Jamaican. So you know, Caucasian. So you deal with a lot of people, and I think that definitely has been able to help me and how to interact or present within a meeting, or just to go into different conferences and just talk to people and be a sponge. And I've always been a sponge, you know. And I say that to everybody that I speak with, no matter if you're a child or if you're an adult, you can be a sponge. You just go into the room and just ask questions, soak up that information, that knowledge, and you can use it to your benefit.
It's crazy, like Coach Trainer, right? I didn't mean to say his name, but Coach Trainer, our former head coach, right, had a lot of sayings. A lot of these sayings were cliche-ish, but they're so true, right? He would tell us, when you go into the classroom, sit in the front of the classroom. Right? Raise your hand, ask questions, even if you already know the answer. Go to office hours. Why? Showing your face. Now that professor's getting familiar with who you are, right? And when it comes down to grading, right? They know that face. That, oh, listen, William was trying really hard. Josh was trying really hard. Listen, guys, I got a degree off of this.
You heard?
I got a degree off of this. So like it's just funny, right?
Looking like you got the interest.
Look like yes. Like you show, like, listen, ask questions, like, you know, like, you know, and that person will remember you. So like, and he also taught us to know your personnel, know your audience. So like, it's just funny how like these fundamental tools that we didn't realize at the time what it was training us for. And that's the beauty of sports, right? And this is why like the actual Factualz platform originally was just a sports podcast, but that was talking about the performance of the athletes in the arena, right? On the profession. But like the transition now is the things off of the court, off of the arena, off of the field. So it's like these tools are training us for this, right? Like you was able to walk into a room now and was like, yo, listen, man, like at the end of the day, we had meetings. We had 6 a.m. workouts. We had to follow a schedule. We had to learn time management. We had to learn that, listen, he does this very well. In order for us to succeed, he has to do this job. You have to do the job. We call that your 111, right? You had to do your individual individual job.
It's crazy, yeah, bro. And I like that's a fact. And within the position I'm in, I have a great team that I can delegate things to. And like you said, you know your personnel. You know who's good at seeing a project and seeing it, getting it all the way through. Or you know who's good at visionary of putting something together and then but passing it off to somebody to say, all right, well go connect to this person and this person. So you gotta have those types of things. So definitely, I think sports is so important for kids, man. Because it does prepare you for life after sports. Because you only gonna be an athlete for, and I'm just gonna say maybe 25 years, maybe 20 years, if that. Everybody's not great enough to do that. Absolutely. But guess what? If you're gonna be whatever your career, your profession is, if it's gonna be a doctor or a lawyer, you could be a doctor up until the age of pretty much 80, probably. Until you die. So like that's majority of your life. So that. Yeah,
and it's funny you said that because we both are children of your father, right? I had to bring that up. So like, I know personally, like, not that I don't want my kids to play sports. I do want them to play sports. Like when you said, like the foundation that is laid when you play sports is awesome. But like for me, like I want my kids to use that brain, right? Activate that muscle. You know what I'm saying? So like I think you can go a lot longer when this is stronger more than anything. So like, and let me transition into my question for you because. Right, you have work, you're an entrepreneur, guys. He has something to chase funding, consulting businesses. Billy's tapped in, like I said. So, with that being said, you also have real life at home. Yeah. So, and this is a tough thing for me because we was just speaking about this off camera. Some of my problems or struggles is that work to life balance. Yeah. So, and you spoke about time management. You spoke about that. So, what's that like for you? Like, is that a struggle for you, or is that something you found pretty easy for you to handle?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. You know, every week is kind of different. I do think that I've gotten better at it. When I first got into the role of an elected official, and I'm the deputy mayor, so whenever the mayor's not around, I gotta step in.
Damn, so that means you're the man in charge.
Yeah, for sure. and guess what? I'm over the money department, and I don't care what nobody says. Money is involved in everything.
Every aspect.
Everything. So if somebody want to do something or they want to hire somebody, hey, do we have enough in the budget to make this happen? Or like, how can we do this?
So you're really the money man.
I'm involved in. My hands is tied into everything. So so it was a lot just doing that, trying to be in all of the meetings, and then also making sure that I can make it home in time before the sun goes down to go out back to play ball with the kid, you know, doing those types of things. And then again, you know, being an elected official, I'll be honest, you're not gonna get rich off of being an elected official. Right. You're not gonna be bringing home both money. You're not. So you gotta have though that takes away a lot of your time, you gotta have other sources of income or other sources of revenue coming in. And then that's why I picked up on the consulting and doing other things. So it most certainly takes a lot of my time, but my calendar is like my best friend outside of my son Chase. Shout out to Chase right now. But my calendar, his name is Chase. Obviously, that's the name of a bank. His last name is Morgan. That's the name of a bank. That's the name of a bank. So somehow we getting wealth within we build a generational wealth.
I think that, bro.
But yeah, bro. I mean, my time management. I mean, my calendar is one of my biggest friends. I look at my calendar every Sunday and say, all right, how am I mapping out this week? I got this meeting. I got to travel here, and then how me and Chase going to intertwine with that and do something, whether it's in the house. Outside of the house, so I gotta pick my battles, and people, and my folks in my team, they know that. Like, they know I'm stern on that. number one, I feel like meetings shouldn't be over 45 minutes because we start to lose interest in certain people.
Right.
Every Tuesday or Friday, don't really schedule me for no meetings. At least not in-person meetings. I mean, I'm thankful for these virtual meetings now, but not in person now because I got certain things that I got to do with the family. So that's very important, man. And I think for me, that's therapeutic to know that I can still have family time outside of real work or things that's going on. So
I think that's dope, bro. Like, and that piece is huge, guys. I hope y'all really picked up something from that because, like, you have to have, like, there's still real life out there. Like I said, he's a father, and I know how important that is to you. And if you guys know me, you guys follow the brand, you guys know my babies are everything to me. So, like, I think that's an important piece that you continue to work on that. And does it stress you out? Does it get stressful for you?
Yeah, it does, because you tend to bring your work home.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Especially in your position. I'm sure your phone can ring any time of the night.
I might get a call at 2 a.m. Hey, it's a building fire. We might have some people entrapped in the house or whatnot. And listen, I ain't running into no building, not me.
Right.
But they letting me know what's going on because it could be some casualties or something bad might happen. The news media might come out from this, and that's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm just getting a phone call, and it's like,
So how does that work? Do you ever have to get up out of the bed and go in front of a camera? It's not that critical? Or
not really. I've done it before, but it's not often that it has to happen. Sometimes the mayor has gone in front of the camera when there is some form of a gun violence or something like that.
Something
different,
very impactful in the community.
Right,
okay.
Exactly. In our communities that's going on. So, but
Gotcha.
not too often. And then, I mean, for the most part, sometimes you might have to just address it the next morning. You gotta know you gotta be there early because them news cameras gonna be there waiting for you.
You walking, hey.
So you just got be prepared, man. Always be prepared. ABP, always be prepared.
Oh, no, that's funny.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to that acronym, ABP. Always be prepared.
For sure.
Nah, that's dope, bro. So I'm gonna transition now. Listen, if you're uncomfortable answering the question, just let me know. I don't want to be giving out, prior information because you got a little while before this decision will be made, right? And we spoke about this off camera.
Yeah, we did.
So I wanted to ask you. So I'm gonna present it this way. What do you see yourself for the next 5 years?
The next 5 years. So just to let everybody know that's going to tune into this, because I know it's going to be millions of people that tune into this.
That's my dog.
So I'm elected. I was elected in 2019 and sworn in 2020. My term is a 4-year term. So I have to, if I choose to run again for a council seat or a mayoral seat, then I have to run in 2023 and I'll be sworn in 2024.
Okay.
All of my colleagues are older than me. We call them seasoned individuals, or they a little wiser.
Right. They got a little, a little wisdom.
So, and I love them dearly, but I do think that in order to see the next change in the city of Chester, at least, I think that there probably has to be someone that is a little bit more connected to what the demographics, to the demographics say.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying that it's me that needs to go into that next seat. I think our mayor is doing a great job. I think he has a lot of things that he's done that he doesn't give credit for, and we got a lot of things in the pipeline, honestly, that we still working on that is going to be big for the city. It's big for the city, most certainly.
And I'm gonna cut you off because if you guys don't know, guys, just Google Chester, Pennsylvania. A lot of different things going on in there. So like his position I don't want to say his position of power, but his position requires a lot of work. And it's a lot on his shoulders, especially being from this is where he's from.
Yeah.
So guys, it's not like he moved here and then got connected. Like this is his stomping grounds. So guys, do your homework, do your research on Chester, Pennsylvania, and find out. And you'll see this is a top 10 city in murder. Am I dragging it?
And I will say crime.
Crime. Okay, we'll say crime. I'm not gonna get specific.
Violent crimes.
And this is nothing to brag about, but this is just stating the facts of the types of situation that what he's dealing with. So, sorry. Now go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. And the city of Chester is, it's first of all, it's the first city in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Everybody thinks it's Philadelphia. It's not Philadelphia. The city of Chester is the first city in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. People goes to Philadelphia sometimes and they go to Penn's Landing. They're like, oh, Penn's Landing in Philadelphia. Guess what? Penn's Landing is actually in the city of Chester. Okay. Penn's Landing, the city of Chester, how many years ago, they sold their rights to Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
And that's how Penn's Landing ended up.
Okay, so they
right. So Well, all I'm saying is the city is a prime city. We are next to 6 minutes from the airport. We have a river or waterfront. We have a train, and we're trying to get Amtrak to stop in the city of Chester. Now we have a train that goes to the city of Chester. We have 95 goes directly through the city of Chester. So if you're going from Vermont to Florida, you're going to come by me. Yeah, you're going to come by me. So the city does need or needs someone that is a little bit more in touch to help. And again, I don't have 10, 20 years of political experience. I just want to see everybody win and be great at what you want to be great at on the positive side.
No, that's tough. I know that's a lot to carry, but I understand it.
Yeah, bro. And it took me some time, probably about a year or two, to really find my footing to see like what things should I speak up on, or what initiatives or projects or programs should I push forth. So, and now I am in a comfortable position to where when I'm in the meetings and I say things,
it's being heard.
Yeah, it's being heard.
And it's gonna be action to that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's dope. That's so dope.
Sure.
And that's always the issue, right? When you start a new job or you start a position, right? Because like we all like to show face, like, hey guys, I just want to be a part of the team.
Right.
I don't want to be too hard. But then it's like when you see how things run, you see how things go, you start to get a feel for things, and it's like no. When you and what was that moment like when you finally realized, or did you always know from the beginning? You might have said this already, that you knew like, oh, I can come in here and really be that guy.
Yeah, I knew I could. I just didn't know what it would look like at the time. I didn't know what it would look like. But again, I'm building my base as far as my support system. I'm making sure that I'm going out to these youthful events. I'm making sure that I'm also speaking to some of the
so talk about your community things, man. You do a lot of stuff. Base Inc. I listen. Shout out to Dre. I know you're in the real estate. Shout out to hold on. Yo, shout out to O. Shout out to Block. I know all the guys. Shout out to BH. You already know the vibe. I know the vibe.
For sure.
Shout out to the guys. So like, you're tapped in. So talk about that. I know you started out physical. You was doing fitness training. You're doing a lot of community events. I see you posting a lot of different things going on. So you're very tapped into the community.
Yeah. So and that was the thing. Like I had to find my footing. I'm like, where's my base at? What do they need? So my biggest pushes have been economic development. And I think economic development in the city of Chester will holistically change the morale of the city. There's not that's offering jobs, and I'll take that back. That's offering career opportunities.
Talk about it.
I don't really, jobs, it's a job.
It
sounds good or whatever, but I want to be able to put people in a position to have a career opportunity, be able to get pensions or retirements, have health insurance for themselves and their family. Those are the types of things that we got to bring into the city of Chester. Those opportunities. And then and residential living. The city of Chester doesn't have a great residential living base or as far as housing options. Our options are very old and antiquated. And when you look at other areas of metropolitan areas or wherever, they have these architects or designs of these buildings or houses that look so aesthetically pleasing. The kitchens are nice, the bathrooms are nice, and the city doesn't have a lot of that. So a lot of things that what I'm doing is trying to make sure that the small business opportunities are there. We're bringing in other business stakeholders or big pillar businesses that can do things or change the landscape of whether it's our waterfront or our downtown area, and then giving people the opportunity to live.
Man.
Because a lot of people in the city of Chester over the years, they might grow up in the city and then they leave. They'll go somewhere else and build up another community.
Yeah. But you need the people to stay there.
You need them people to stay here.
That helps the community grow.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm gonna listen.
And let me just talk about real fast because you mentioned my team, my folk. Block, O, and Dre, and of course everybody else within the family that we've all accustomed to kind of bring together. Man, we doing some great things. I mean, we got the community initiatives with Base Inc. and on the on the sports side with camps and things like that. I mentioned the investments. We are trying to invest in our own community. So when I say real estate, bro, we're not going to no other community city. No, we buying property in the city of Chester to make sure that we're going to offer that person that's down the street a better livable opportunity, bro.
And it's so crazy because like living spaces, people underestimate how important a living space is. Like where you lay your head and being proud of where it is that you live, like that. Like everything that we do in this life starts at home. Like that, that's a part of it. Not just being raised by your parents, but like your pride, your love comes from your space, where it is that you're living. So I think that is so important that our communities are having the ability or the opportunity more so to live in places as you just described.
Yeah.
It's important because then you know, right now you're setting the standard here compared to where it's at.
Right.
Now you know, like, okay, now man, if I lived here, I want my kids to live here.
Right.
Then I want my kids, you know, and so on and so forth. And that's how you pay for it.
Yeah.
No, I think that's so dope, man. I hope you guys really tapped in with that score. Like you really just, I appreciate you for coming on the show, bro.
Yeah, bro. So we committed to doing the right things in our community that we were raised in, and that we grew up in, and that pretty much people that look like us, black and brown people, you know. So a commitment, you know, is staying true to what you said you would do long after the mood that you set it in has left. And for us, and we said we wanted to make change. We said we wanted to build some nice, affordable residential living spaces. We said we wanted to do more recreational activities for the youth. We said we wanted to kind of appease those individuals that are homeowners, whether it's by making sure their roads are paved, or if it's making sure that, I don't know, that there are some other incentives out there for them homeowners that have mortgages and things like that, for tax incentives, doing different things like that, bro. So on a landscape of a lot of things, we committed to making sure that our people to make sure our people their lives are a little bit easier with the resources that we're able to provide.
No, you really dropped the gem in there in terms of like the informational piece, right? That knowledge, and of course, knowledge needs application.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of the things that our communities are missing is that informational piece, right? Understanding they have access to these things, right? You mentioned taxes and things like that, which are important in, right? Knowing this system, knowing this game that we're playing, this monopoly, right? So like, and it's capitalism. So you gotta understand the benefits of how to use your assets, how to use your resources. So like, you know, I think that's important. What y'all are doing in that community is fire. And I know you guys are going to continue to do other great things. We spoke about some of the great things that you're working on. I'm not going to mention it. I want that to come to fruition for you first, rather than put it out there. And I'm talking about the Colorado things. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah,
Colorado.
I'm just going to leave it at that. And you know, you got some fire things in the works, but I know you're not going to let me get off the hook easy.
Bro. We all got some fire things going on, man. First of all, I'm thankful that you was able to reach out to me. We always talking, obviously, but you say, hey, bro, come on to the show.
Yeah, I've never had you on. I was sitting there like, how can my man's?
Right. And then you try. I mean, not that there's nothing wrong with that. We in this virtual world. We're doing virtual conversations. I said no. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. So, bro, Actual Factualz, bro. I've been following not just you, but Actual Factualz, the entire
big
thing
support.
As far as, what it's been about, and what's your purpose? Like, what's your purpose with this and Actual Factualz? Like, tell me about you.
That's a good question, bro. My first episode of the reboot of this season, I went back and spoke about the origins of that. And to sum it up swiftly, is just initially Actual Factualz was just an official space for me to show this creative side of me. So that was when I originally with me and Ev sat down and we spoke. Like, yo, bro, I think I want to create a podcast, and he was 100% down with it. That's all it was for. Like, I'm just the way I built. Like, I didn't want to just be putting out content. Right. I wanted it to actually have like an official setting, an official space. So that was really the meaning or the drive behind creating Actual Factualz. And then found out with the work that was required to put in it, led me to all these different paths, and realizing that, like, you know, that right now I always feel like I'm talented. You know, we have supreme confidence in our abilities and things like that. And I really seen, like, I'm watching these people and having this gift in the gap, and having this stage presence, having this host presence, having this presence, this energy to get people to zone in or hone in on what it is that you're saying, get people's attention, right? I really have that gift. So, like, initially it was just an official space for me to be silly. Created. Then it realized, I was like, man, I really think I can go far with this. So, like, and I know we spoke about this before, but like, I'm just going to use a couple examples of people where I see can go, and it's a variety, because like they said Gemini's got two sides, right? So I have multiple faces, is what I'm trying to say. So like, I do like to do motivation, but I like to geek too at the same time. You know me, bro. We cut up, we chop it up. So like, I don't like to restrict myself in that sense, but I do see myself as personality, a host, and I don't want to say actor, because
Bro,
but
you
when
ain't acting.
no,
This
this is
real.
real.
Yeah,
You know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
organic. Like this.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like, and I use Will Smith as an example. He's somebody, even though he is an actor, but like when you hear him in the interview, when you hear him talk, he just captures you. Like talking about anything, he just has this ability to. So like that's a high standard, but that's how I see myself. Like, you know what I mean?
And I think that's good, bro. I think that a lot of people, it's crazy. So something happened in Chester, and this guy he yelled out, "What is your purpose? What is your purpose?" And I'm like, oh, he's a clown. But then I thought about it, I'm like, well, what's my purpose? Like, or whatever. What's your purpose, or what's your intentions? Like, what are you trying to get out of it for yourself, and what are you also trying to convey or let the people know, or how you trying to make them feel, bro? So I think what you're doing, I think is great, bro. I really do.
You,
Whether it's on a laughter side, because everybody needs a laugh out of their life, no matter what you're going through. But then also, bro, I think you are able to provide great information to someone that might be in need, whether it's relationship, whether it's parenting,
absolutely,
whether it's investing. Like, it can be on a multitude of things, and I think that you're able to, because you've been through that experience, you're able to really touch on this.
And that's literally what you just described is what actual Factualz stands for, and that's what I had to realize. Like, my purpose is my influence. My purpose is my ability to connect with humans. And it's so funny. Like, I've never owned it until more recently, where it was like, yo, Josh, like, stop being afraid of this gift that you have. Like this is what you're meant to be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? To have the ability to connect and to like you're a professional in a different field, but it's like, you know, my ability to connect with you, to bring out the things that like you normally wouldn't speak about, right, because you have an image, or you have, you know, things that you have, obligations that you got to live up to. So ideally, I really believe this is my purpose in life, is to and it is entertainment at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's real. Yeah, it's raw. This is me. Like that. And if you guys follow me, and I know you know, like, what you see is actually me. Yeah. You see my kids, you see my family, you see my experiences, and my father's a preacher. A lot of you guys know that, so I have a little bit of that in my blood as well, in terms of having that ability to speak to people and have people understand that, like, you know, our purpose, and I really believe this. I really wholeheartedly believe that our purpose is we're here to serve others.
Yep, 100%, bro.
This is my way of serving others. Yep. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, that's literally, I thank you for asking that, because that's literally what Actual Factual is about, and that is Actual Factual. Yeah. So I appreciate you, Ken.
Like you said, you're here to serve others. One of the things that took me some time to realize is that, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but I can't save everybody.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, the city of Chester has about. And let's just cheers to
cheers
a lot
to
of
that,
health
bro.
of assessment, to everything that we're talking about.
Bro.
I think is great.
Oh, right.
I can't say that. Marty Moore. Yo, for folks that know, man.
Nah, bro, we tapped in with the Marty, bro. Nah, that's a fact. I know I can take up any Marty clip in this room, bro. Nah, that's bad.
All right, man. But, you know, so yeah, I felt I had to come to the realization that I can't save everybody, or everybody that say they want help really don't want help, or they don't want to put themselves in a position to better themselves. So what I do, man, now is obviously I just do what I can, as far as, because I know I'm gonna change the life of one person, and hopefully I can multiply in some form of fashion, bro. But one thing that has really changed my life, my outlook on things, and I know it's definitely changed yours over the last coming up on 2 years, but we all now are parents now. We're fathers now, bro. Right. And I mean, at times you might see others say this and or do it, like, but parenting, or specifically for us, fatherhood can change a whole lot on a positive side, as far as our outlook on things, how we go about our day to day, bro. And I can have the worst day in the office, or a lot of things that's just not going in my way. But bro, when Chase was even now, but when Chase was younger, no matter what happens, they gonna run to that door with their biggest smile, and there ain't nothing you can do but just enjoy that. That's a great feeling. So my question to you is, I know what it's done to me, but what has fatherhood done for you? How has it changed you, if it has?
Yeah.
And then, like, how does that kind of motivated you to kind of keep pushing forward for actual factual?
So, and that's tough, right? Because we spoke about this off camera, right? A lot of this is like actual factual. At the end of the day, is a penny in the dream. We're literally in my guest bedroom doing this right now, right? So, at the end of the day, I haven't made a dime off of actual factual. Right. This is real passion project, a passion experience for me that I genuinely believe will get to a national level.
Yeah.
Now, however, application, planning, execution of that plan is important.
Right.
Again, nonetheless, in terms of that part, like, I take it serious because, like, I don't want to be wasting time. I have children that are relying on me, that depending on me, need me, right? My father worked a 9 to 5 and provided everything that I needed in this world. So I do think that's extremely important. However, in terms of that impact, I believe it's important that I still need to do my purpose of life. Like, some things are bigger than yourself, and I really believe this is that for me. But in terms of parenting and now this is something very specific because, like, you have a boy, that's good fucking karma.
Hey, let me go ahead. I'll say
you got a boy. I have 2 girls, so like my outlook has changed completely different. Squirrel, I told y'all earlier, guys, this was my pick and roll man, so I know he's gonna know what I'm referring to. I can no longer look at a woman, a female, and the natural thoughts that I normally would have. Oh, she's fire. I'm at, girl, I love you. Wait, let me just get this. Mariah, I love you, girl. I'm married to you. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm married to you.
We know this.
No, I'm married to you. However, but like, if I see a woman, attractive woman, and she got a yak, right? She got the wagon. She's beautiful, right? Oh, I would rag and tag her, right? Automatically, I think about my daughters now. Yeah. So like it's crazy because, like, I now am forced to see through a woman's point of view, bro.
Bro, that's the growth that you've been able to come through over the years and over time, bro. It's great growth with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's unbelievable. It's crazy. You wouldn't understand it until you had a girl. Like, I never expected me to have females. I really thought I was gonna have 2 boys or boys, right? I thought me and the big guy had that worked out. And when I had 2 girls, like, it forced me, like, even down to music, even down to being more open to the issues that women face. I have daughters that are gonna go through this now. Whereas before, I can easily brush something off and listen, I'm all for women empowerment and all that stuff. But now even more so because I have 2 little girls.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, and it's so funny, a lot of times it's human nature that we don't feel things, or we don't see things, or we don't look at things a certain way to an end.
Yep. So it's at your front
doorstep.
doorstep.
It's at your front, to the personally affects you, whether that's social changes, political changes, whatever, right? It's not until it's affecting you till a lot of times you see an action or reaction. So, I mean, for me, man, that is the biggest change and impact. And the love, bro, because, like, I love my nephews. I love, like, I love them, but the love I have for my daughters, it's like a unconditional, like, I can't even explain it.
Like it.
And they come to me, they love my daughters, they
love you for you.
Yeah, like, no matter what daddy do, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, my little girls, my little bundles of joy. And it's dope. And I know you guys know the story, what they've been through. Right. So we like, even more, so I'm not saying nobody's gonna have a bigger connection than I have with my children, but, like, my baby's been through a lot. I've witnessed them their first 4 or 5 months. They was in tubes and incubators and things like that. So no, I mean, that connection is beautiful. I don't put it past nobody. I don't take it for granted. I had a great relationship with my father. I have a great relationship with my mother. So I understand the importance of good parenting. So, I agree. And
I'm with you.
We come from good stock where we had both, our parents are there. So it's important, and like I said, I don't take it lightly.
Yeah, and that definitely is important. Like you said, we come from good stock. Like, the soil was there and brought us to be family oriented.
Foundation,
man. That's important. That's important. So,
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to Bill, man. He's the first guest that came on here asking me fucking questions. Like,
yeah,
man,
bro.
man,
You know, and I know people out there, y'all want to know who I am, which is all good, because we're gonna give it all to you. But it's important to know who you are as well.
Yeah,
man. So I mean,
So what about you, man? What's that? I know, like Chase, man. I know that's your world. You.
Yeah, bro. It's for me. Obviously,
like what's that example meaning for you? Like trying to set that example for.
It's big time. So you mentioned how so I got my boy first, or my son first. It's my first child, my only right now. But my dad was the only boy or male or kid, boy of four. He had 4 sisters. He's the only boy, and then I'm the only boy of 4 sisters as well. So it's crazy. I'm like, surrounded by women. Right. So I was like, oh well, I know I'm gonna be the one to break the cycle. Damn if I didn't. So I had my son first, but bro, he is I'm not gonna say a spit image as far as his looks and things like that, bro. But I mean, I think he does do like maybe some. His mom might say otherwise, of course, but bro, he wants to be like daddy. He wants to be like daddy, bro. Like whether I'm going to meetings, can I go with you? Going out back, can we go play basketball? And that's stuff that I like to do. Whether it's playing 2K or playing Call of Duty, bro. And then we just have those other conversations. He got in trouble the other night. And I told him to go to his room, and I said, "Come on, I want to talk to you." He like, I was like, "Well, first of all, if this is me back when I was a kid, we would have got the switch, the stick, everything else. So you're lucky I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? So, bro, it's great just to be able to have it. Really, I'm saying having a conversation, though he ain't really responding like that, but to be able to know that I can just talk to him and he gonna listen, and then it's great. But I know that. Whenever it comes back around, he gonna probably repeat what I say, because he does it now. He'll repeat what I say, so I always tell him like,
kids are smart, man.
Never lose, always learn, and he'll say that stuff to me. We'll be out back playing basketball, and he'll be like, keep your eyes on the girl on the rim or whatnot. So he picks up on a lot of things. So it's great, man. I love it. He's getting bigger, and it's nothing like it.
It's no beautiful feeling. Like some of the things you're saying, like it's funny because the kids are sponges. So it's like, I think about it now, like, right? I'll be in the crib. Let's say my room is dirty. I can literally hear my mom in the back of my head complaining about what's dirty and how it needs to be clean. So like, it's crazy. You don't realize the things that you've learned from your parents until, once again, right? Until it's at your front doorstep, and you're like, damn, like, oh. So the things that I've heard my parents say to me all the time, I'm now repeating to my children.
Bro, it carries on. This is
carries on. Right? Just like trauma carries on. You know what I'm saying? So like, it matters. And like I said, bro, it's dope, man. It's just a dope thing, man. I know you don't take it for granted, and you're very active in your son's life. So, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Yeah. Cheers to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers for you coming on the show. I appreciate you, brother. This won't be the last time. Guys, once again, tell them all your Instagram, or if you want to do all that.
Yeah, I'll give them that information.
And and all this stuff will be popping up all on here as well. But for the listeners out there, just tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, so again, I'm Councilman Will Morgan. So on Instagram, I think I'm Billy Mo _. So it's BILLYMO with the underscore. That name carries on from how it first started. And then and also Facebook. I'm Will Morgan on Facebook, so you can follow me on there. I'm getting a lot more active because I know that there are times coming up that I have to put content and things like that out there. So I'm most certainly getting a lot more active with that. So please follow me on there. You can always DM me for questions, comments, or concerns about things that you just want to know. I'm big on education. I think people should educate them the things that they have questions on or have intentions on speaking about, whether it is education in the actual school system, whether it's education in the political arena. And I hope that I could be able to provide some insight for yourself to go back and do more research on. So please follow me on all.
Yeah, hey man, listen, like I said, guys, I'll make sure I get you guys all that information. Once again, dude, thank you for coming. Guys, this is a wrap. This is the actual Factualz. I'ma holler at you. You know the vibes. On yourself.